Welcome everyone. To old friends, hello. To my new subscribers, hi. I hope you had an awesome week. This week of mine, I know it's filming, but it always looks as though the right hair in my eye is white. It's not. It's something to do with the camera and the lighting, but I'm like, what's that white stuff? There's nothing white there. Okay, getting back. You too? Thank you, God, because I thought it was just me. Oh, wait a minute. Huh? I see you took my advice. Oh, yes. You started, is that knitting or crocheting? Hold it closer. Oh, okay. I see you started using lighter colors. You should have done that ever since. I told you. I told you. Because let's face it, the navy blues, the blacks, deep browns, deep greens, deep purples, they're elegant, they're gorgeous, and they'll have you blind as a bat in no time. It doesn't matter whether you're doing a skirt, a hat, a scarf, or shawl, those colors are really hard on the eyes. Don't listen to her. Do you hear that? Talking about she has no problem with it. You're the only one on the planet. All the rest of us go blind trying to use those dark colors. Anyway, we're glad you're happy with your dark colors, but we shall move into the light. What's going on? Ah, updates. We know I'm supposed to be working on there being less of me. Let me tell you, what did I do? I've started with the salads. I don't like salad. See, I don't know what grass tastes like, but I think a salad can come pretty close. All those different colors, lettuce, and all those green things. Hmm. I think I will go back to my steamed vegetables and my vegetable soups. I like those. That crunchy crunch of the different lettuces, nah, not my thing. Okay, but I'm trying. I did use my peddler. I was on it for 1 minute and 20 seconds. And that was like 5 weeks ago. I'm still trying to recover. And I know I listen to people and they're on their bikes for an hour and 2 hours. 1 minute, 20 seconds. And I'm still recovering. Okay? What else did I do? Oh, yes. I decided if I get hungry late at night or at night after 6, 7 o'clock, I should have some fruit. So I went out and I bought some plums. I haven't had plums in such a long time. I don't know if the plum was mad at the farmer or the farmer was mad at the plum. This has got to be the sourest plum God ever made. One bite into this, and it has all your nerve endings in your mouth in shock. I think it has the nerve endings in your feet in shock going, what the? This tastes awful. It really does. It tastes awful, awful, awful. You see, I forgot about the kiwis, and when I went to check on them, they were they were beyond overripe. They were dead, dead, dead. They could not be revived. What they needed was the Undertaker and last rites. But compared to this, maybe I should have taken my chances with the kiwi. I'm going to put this in a bag, leave it for a couple of days, and see maybe if it gets ripe, if it gets sweet. If not, these are history. I didn't do anything to anyone in the universe to deserve anything that is this sour. Oh, yuck. Okay. And what else did I do? I am trying this. This is the hydrogen water thingamathing, whatever they call it. It's a bottle. And they're all over the web now. I must say, I've tried it. I like it. Excuse me 1 second. I really like it. Mind you, I discovered there are three settings. There's green, when it's just standing up and ready to go. You put your water in and it turns blue. And depending on the type of water you use, you get bubbles. I use distilled water, so you really don't get bubbles. You might get one or two. Filtered water, you get some bubbles. Tap water, it's bubbly, 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 bubbly. Okay. I have no opinion on what type of water you use. I don't know what your budget is. You do you. But I like this. And if you think this is nonsense, don't get one. Okay? It's that simple. But I like this. Now, on to knitting. What did I do? No, before knitting, look what I found. I know. I'm between two countertops, and it's like, I found this. This is the light for the cell phone. And I have to find the charger because maybe when I'm filming, I can use this instead of worrying about this light and what it's going to do. Mind you, this light, part of it has burnt out, but it seems to be working well over here. Who knows? Who knows? Okay. Excuse me again. I did say I like this water. It's awesome. And when I'm done, I'm going to do more. This is really good. Even if it has no value, it's getting me to drink more water. And that's a good thing. And I'm trying to learn how to sip. It's not a habit I've had. We're done. Okay, now on to knitting. What happened this week? Let me tell you. Blue was an absolute princess. She worked so well. For a minute, I thought I was in the Twilight Zone. Oh, maybe I shouldn't say. You're not listening, Blue. Close your ears. What did I do? The first thing was this. My cast-on bonnet, I cut it in half. And I put a new thingy so I can hang the weight on it. Because I figured one of the problems I was having when I was ribbing is that with it being so long, the weight was all the way down and I was losing stitches. Yes, the manufacturer said that's not it. Doesn't matter. That's what I convinced myself in my head. So that's the problem I had to fix. So I used this. It works so well. Okay. Now I totally messed up the other half that I cut off. I have to figure out what I did wrong and fix it. But so far, this is working well for me. Okay. Now, what else? Oh, yes. Remember this? Or you can look at it like this, because I have some men's socks to make for those conservative people. This has been deemed too racy and too wild. Seriously? The yellow, I have no comment. It is what it is. So what did I do? Before I show you what I did, remember there was a question as to which type of yarn this was. This is the opal with this pattern. You know I don't like it. That gray is really boring. Every time I see it, you too? Because every time I see it, doesn't it scream, add yellow, add red, add black, add something? I thought it was just me, but you hear it too? Yay. Okay, so we don't both need meds, right? But because this is boring, just a little sprinkle of color. They're not going to go for that. If they think that's racy, could you imagine this? Oh my goodness. They'd have a posse after me. Don't let her catch her. Don't let her near any color. Oh, it's such a shame because, and what's down here? Just waste yarn. I'm trying to use up the bits and bobs from my early dyeing days. Okay. Which reminds me, speaking of dyeing, oh, I was in a mood to dye yarn. Oh my God. Especially since I've been trying to create my crafting space, I came across, I have oodles and oodles of yarn that I could dye. And they said snow. So I was like, I'm gonna be some snow dyeing. I'm going to do some snow dyeing. Yay, 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 yay. We've had 2 or 3 snow storms. There hasn't been enough snow to make a snowball. Granted, the last one they shut the city, and I understood why, because when it was snowing, the wind was blowing it, you could not see. Visibility was gone. If you were driving or walking, it was bad. But then what happened? The sun came out. And what did happen then? The little bit of snow melted and went into the drain. So guess who did not get to snow die? Okay. So, from all those storms, we have not had enough snow to fill one of those serving trays that caterers and restaurants use, because you need like that amount in order to snow dye, because you know the snow is a nice fine powdery snow. Anyway, I could do ice dyeing, but I'm not buying ice to ice dye. And I really don't think I want to sit there with those ice scrapers with a block of ice going back and forth to scrape. I don't think so. But we'll see. We'll see. Or maybe I'll just wait till next year and invite myself to somebody's home in the wilds of New Jersey or up there in the forests of Connecticut. Maybe then I'll get some ice dyeing or snow dyeing in. Anyway, what did I do? Blue behaved wonderfully, and we have a sock, and it's awesome. There's only one problem. Thank God I did not clip it. This is waste yarn at the top. Ignore that. You know me already. Look at this. The cuff at the top is so tight, it couldn't get anywhere near my ankle. Could you imagine? No man could do it, and if he did, we'd be running to the emergency room because his circulation would have been cut off. So, what did I do? That was 72 stitches using the regular 12 gauge needles. So I pulled out the big gauge, the big hook needles, because that's what it says on the package. And I got wider, but it's still too tight. Isn't that something? So what I think I'm going to do, I'm going to put in the 96 cylinder, and I'm going to put in 96 big hook needle and use the ribber and see if I've got to get, I don't know why it's so tight. I have no clue. I didn't do anything different. I guess because I've been making socks that weren't knee highs or didn't go so high up the calf, I never realized how tight this is. And this just barely fits me. Okay, that's true. I need to hold it up, right? I have it down there and I'm talking to you like you have x-ray eyes. But this, it's still too tight. It's much better than this, because look at this. I mean, you have to, no, okay? This one, you pull, it has more give, but it's still too tight. So, and I just put the 72 cylinder in because I hadn't used it in such a long time. And now I have to pull it out again. That's the joy of circular sock machine. That's why I'm amused when people go, you have a machine, you can just churn out socks. And there are people making 7-minute socks. I'm like, yes, but have you ever seen any of those socks on anyone's foot? Do they fit? Are they comfy? It's easy to please the eyes, but it's the foot. Okay, so that means I'm going to have to learn how to make a sock on a 96 cylinder. But you know what's interesting? Whether you use the 60, the 64, the 72, or the 96, you can accommodate the rest of the foot. It's the cuff that's a problem. Isn't that something? Maybe I should ask the manufacturer. By now they're probably tired of me. It's like, oh Lord, here she comes again. But I really, because there are people who make men's socks. That's how they make socks and they sell them. They've got to know something I don't. What was that? I didn't hear you. What? I don't think so. I did turn up the tension. I have learned that blue does not like a tension higher than 8 when it comes to ribbing because the stitches start falling off. They're too big. They will not stay in the hook, even though it's a big hook needle. It's back to the drawing board. I'm sure I will figure this out so that next time I see you, I will have a finished pair of socks for one of these conservative men that both you and I can be proud of. I heard that. Yes, yes, yes. When you use your needles, you get it right the first time. I have needles too. But this is what? 50 rows. And if it was a beautiful yarn, well, it's not an ugly yarn, but if I found it more interesting, maybe I'd be interested in hand knitting it. But with this, and plus, why did I buy a circular sock machine? Okay, and still the princess has not given back the blue sock. She hasn't mentioned it. She's just walking by like someone with no problems. Okay, not a problem. It was good to catch up with you. You know me, you must be used to my abrupt endings, but I'm looking and I'm seeing the time is winding down on this. So let me say goodbye before the phone says goodbye for me. I'll catch you next time. Happy crafting, and don't take up a new craft. Don't be like me. Bye.